It is Sunday, January 19th, 9 o'clock. What's happening, everybody? Well, let's see here. Let's wait until a few people come in and you wonder why I turn the camera around like this. Boom. คนน้ำเพลาด้วยครับ There we go. Los Angeles, where's that? Isn't that in the place called America? I don't know very much about America anymore. You know, I have my favorites here, and they're not here right now. Anyway, what a wonderful morning, wonderful day today, Sunday, and I know I used to live there, and I got out at the right time. 30 years ago, before any shit went down. Yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, today we're going to talk about why are Thailand's roads so deadly. And you know, I've been planning to do this stream for a long time. I don't know why I didn't do it. Maybe because to me it's a little bit boring. I mean, I don't know. We're on the roads all the time, so maybe it shouldn't be. But Thailand is one of the most dangerous places for vehicle fatalities in all of the world. It used to be the #1 place. Then it was #2. I'm not sure if it's #2 now. Some places have said #2. Some places have said #8. So I don't really know. But I'm going to tell you what I do know and some of the reasons for it, and yeah, we'll get to that in a few. Right now, the exchange rate, let's see here, can I turn it around here? Thai baht, boom, 34.51, which is fantastic. Jim, what's happening? Everybody, what's happening? How y'all doing? How y'all doing there? Got my little dirty coffee. I've already had how many coffees today? One? Yeah, one, no, 2 coffees already today. I had one at the house. I had a double espresso. And then I had what? I had I had another double espresso at the coffee shop that Alex and I went this morning. I woke Alex up at 6 o'clock in the morning. We got out. He's taken up skateboarding. So I told him, we'll go out, we'll get a little coffee, we'll go to the park, we'll film the vendors, we'll film you skateboarding. And that is what I did. Oh shit, I forgot it. This is a panna cotta, not a dirty. So, as you can see, boom. Anyway, So today we went with my camera and we went down to the park, filmed some people playing basketball, people walking around the park, people doing Tai Chi, people selling their fish, their bananas, everything else, and him skateboarding. And that took until about 8:30. Ran back to the house. He said, "Are you streaming at home?" Yeah, I'm streaming at home. And then I went, do I really want to stream at home? Not really. But there is a big fight on today, a couple big fights today. UFC 311. Islam Makhachev versus Renato Moicano. Merab Divashali against Umar Nurmagomedov. Man, all their names are getting so crazy it's hard to say it. The one that I want to see is Jamal Hill. I want to see him get his ass beat by Jiri Prochazka. Jesus Christ. And then we have Jalton Almeida against Sergey Spivak, which is a good fight. And we also have Kevin Holland against Rainier de Ryder. That's a good fight. So there's 5 good fights on it. I'm going to miss some of them. But I am going to catch the last 2 or 3 of them. So that should be good. Let's see here. They've already had quite a few fights so far. Anyway. This looks like goat brains that I had in Myanmar. You ever have goat brains? Well, I did. A couple of times. And it tastes almost exactly like a panna cotta. It's not like you eat it and you go, oh, this isn't very good. It is good. What was I saying the other day? Let me see if I can find it here. I was saying something the other day, and I got a remark, one of these remarks. Well, why don't you go back to your country? Just because I say something negative about Thailand does not mean I need to go back to my country. I'm originally an American, but I've been here for 30 years. What do I got to go back? I have nothing back there. I'm not going back there. If I was to leave here, I'd go somewhere else. So I don't have to go back. I'm allowed to say something that I want to say, even if it's negative. I don't walk around saying negative things about Thailand all the time. What is this? Oh, God. Oh, now, I forgot about this. But I put a video up yesterday that was an example of what not to do in Thailand. And this was of the Polish jackass. That's the only way I can describe him. The Polish jackass who, for some reason, felt like he could grab some chick, smack some chick's ass in a 7-Eleven. Didn't know her. Walked up to her, said something to her, smacked her ass. She called the police. So people are asking what kind of punishment is appropriate. Now, to me, I don't think they should just say to the guy, okay, well, you apologize to her and then give a little fine and that'll be it. No. I think they need to put the guy in jail. Seriously. They need to put him in jail for like 2 years. So that he understands, wow, it's not okay to run around smacking chicks in the ass. You need to know them. You need to be close to them. You need to be intimate with them before you can grab their ass. Unbelievable. But people have been writing in and they're saying how they'll release him. Oh, he's going to have to pay a fine. They may ban him for a while. Yeah, they may do that. Who knows? But the point is, he's a jackass. He's a chowderhead. He's all of these combined. Because Listen, I'd love to be able to walk around, just grab chicks by the ass anytime I felt like it. Oh, wow, that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? She's got a nice ass. Let me feel it. Let me get on in there. But you can't do that. It's just stupid. And let me tell you something. If it was a Thai, I don't care what anybody says. If it was a Thai person, they would say to him, you need to apologize. And they would make him pay a fine. And it would not be, oh, you got to pay 500 baht. It would be something like, you got to pay 25,000 baht. You got to pay 50,000 baht. Especially if this was a woman that was an upper class, high-so or mid-so Thai. They would not let the person get away with it. So why would they let this jackass get away with it? To me, the guy's and what really gets me, the guy didn't even, the police summoned him, and then he refused to go. He refused to go to the police. That alone is disrespectful. Okay. I don't feel like going. All right, I'll tell somebody to go for me. That's disrespectful. Then he denies it's even a big deal. Oh, it's not a big deal. No, but it's law. It's law that you were indecent with her. And you should not have touched her. Now, if you just bumped into her, if you were like this and somebody hit you from behind and you went, like that, and you grabbed her breast or something, you went, oh, sorry. That's a different story. I can see that happening and going, oh, I'm really sorry. He didn't even say he was sorry. He just walked up, grabbed her ass. I'm not saying I'm sorry about anything. So either they need to fine him severely, like, give him like a $3,000 fine, $5,000 fine, or they need to put him in jail and fine him. That's my take on it. And I'm not one of these guys who go, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can only do this, and it's their country. I understand it's their country. But would you touch a woman like that in your own country? If I'm in America, I'm not running up to some girl and grabbing her ass. I mean, at least if I don't know her, why would I? Makes no sense. So I'm working on my trip to Tibet. Hopefully I'll know something by Monday. I'll finalize a few things. Japan's already finalized. We're going. Hopefully my wife will get everybody together and we'll all go. If we don't, oh well, I'm going by myself. So that's that. And, I don't really have much other to say about that jackass and what he did, other than he's a jackass. Let me see here. There was something that somebody sent to me about where they called me a hypocrite or something. I forget what it is. So what if I'm a hypocrite? Sometimes maybe I am. I don't know. Let's see here. All right, here's the one. Well, I'm not going to get into that. Let me get into this other one where the guy says to me, yeah, they would have cut his hand off. That's all. Let me see here. If I can even find this. Basically, the guy said to me, oh, why would you say something negative about Thailand? And if you feel that there's that you have to talk about this negative, then you should go back to your own country. And to that I say, stick it. Stick it where the sun don't shine. And the reason I say that is because if I live in America and there's things in America that I don't like, I can talk about them. It's freedom. You do have that freedom here up to a point. Can't talk about the monarchy. But if you want to talk about other things, you can do it. Now, being intelligent about it is in your best interest. But for me to say something about I don't like this or I don't like that, oh well. If you don't like it, too bad. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, here. I said something. Here's another one. Dude, you're not going to live in the U.S. for more than 5 years on 200,000 baht. I wasn't talking about that when I made that video. I was talking about living in Thailand. I didn't say anything about Social Security. I didn't say about anything else. I just said, can you live off of $200,000? If you're 60 years old and you got 200 grand, how are you going to live till the day you die? Because you don't know when you're going to die. It might be 30 years or it might be 3 months. And I got all kinds of people going, oh, well, if you got Social Security, of course it's even easy. I never said anything about Social Security. Not only that, I didn't say anything about living in the U.S. I said you're living in Thailand. I don't understand how some people are so brainless. Fucking idiots. Unbelievable. Unflippin' believable. I don't know where it is here. Who knows? It's been a couple of days, and I don't know where it is, but people ask me, well, how much does beef cost per pound? What kind of beef? Really? I'm a little bit irritable now, if you can't tell. How do I know how much a pound of beef costs? First of all, they don't price it in pounds. They price it in kilos. Second of all, the price of a ribeye is different from the price of a sirloin and from ground beef. So how do I know these things? Think I got them all memorized? Yeah, I don't see it. Anyway, all right. I don't know. Some of these things I just don't understand. I'm getting these remarks lately. If you want to say something to me, send me a Dear Scott letter. You want me to figure something out for you or something? Yeah, okay, that might be funny. Maybe not. I don't know. What was your conclusion about living on 200,000 in Thailand? Well, you're going to have to be very smart, or you're going to have to die early. If you're smart, you may be able to make some money off the money that you invest. If you're living off of $20,000 for the year, and you got $180,000 put away in some kind of stock that you're going to make some dividends, then maybe you can make it, maybe. And if you're not going to make it off of your dividends or off of something you're earning, maybe you got a house that you're renting out or something like that, and that's the only asset that you have, maybe. But if you just got 200,000 cash sitting in your bank here, like 100,000 in 2 different bank accounts here, and you want to make that 200,000 last until you die. Well, if you're 60 and you die at 61, you got plenty of money. If you're 60 and you're going to die at 85, I don't think so. I think it's better to have more money than less. That's what I think. All right, so I don't know what the weather is like today. I think it's a little bit cool. Let's see here. Oops. Bangkapi air quality today. Oh my God. 63, which is moderate. Not very good. Good morning, good morning, good morning. 25 Celsius right now, 77 Fahrenheit. Humidity is only 49%. So it's rather dry. How do old Thai people survive? Well, that's a good question. First of all, One misconception that people have about Thailand is that it's full of poor people. There's just poor people living in Thailand, and that's not true. There are a lot of people, they make a good living. They have nice houses. They have 2 cars, or they have at least 1 car and a motorcycle. There's a lot of people like that. Not everybody is poor here. That is a misconception. Now go up into Isan. Yeah, there may be some poor people, but maybe they own land. And they own their land. And they own a truck. And they own a house, even though the house might be, you know, a Thai-style house or something like that. Maybe their kids are taking care of them. Maybe they're living off of a small pension. But they survive. Now, if you want to talk about the very bottom of the social ladder, of course, people are struggling. But look in America. How many people don't even have $500 in their bank account in America? Or how many people have over $5,000 in America? You know, so, I mean, this thing about Thailand having no money, or everybody, oh, I feel so sorry for them. Feel sorry for them for what? They're happy. Most of them are happy. They live a good life. You know, the guy I talked to yesterday, he's the manager of this place. He lives a good life, man. He has a nice souped up motorcycle. He goes all kinds of places. He travels. He's a manager of this region. He's doing fine. And even these girls, they're making 15, 20,000 working here. Most of them are young. They're not old. They're not like 48 years old, 50, 60 years old. They're not like that. They're youngsters. So maybe they're still living with their family, but they get by. That's the bottom line. They get by and they do just fine. Now, maybe Jim can enlighten us about his area and how people fare up there with the money that they have. Because I know some people, even in Isan, they have a fair amount of money. A fair amount of money might be $60,000 a month, might be $150,000 a month. I live in my neighborhood and I tell people how much I pay, and most people that I talk to go, oh, that's expensive. They think 10, 15, 20,000 is expensive to pay for a condo. Because most of them don't want to pay it. But you know what? My whole village, I would say, is middle class. I know a guy from my gym. He lives right down the street from me. He's always in nice clothes, new clothes. He drives a big truck, nice new truck. And he lives right down the street from me. I know another person who is the woman of the guy who died from cancer that I know. Now she's remarried. It's been many years since he died, but she remarried. She's got 3 kids. She remarried. She's got the condo. She's got a house up north. She's got a big truck. She travels all over the world. And I mean, maybe some of it is from the guy, but I'm sure she's capable of faring for her, tending to herself. So let's just get that straight. All right, now, why are Thailand's roads so deadly? They are notoriously dangerous, consistently ranking among the deadliest in the world. And let's see here. Let me just get to the rankings here that I have of the top 10 countries with the highest road traffic death rates, measured by deaths per 100,000 population. These figures are based on global data sources like the WHO and road safety reports. Number 10, Haiti, 31 per 100,000. Minimal traffic regulation and poorly maintained roads. Number 9, Libya, 34 for 1,000. Political instability, unsafe driving culture, and a lack of road safety campaigns. This is not an impoverished area. Well, there are poor farmers. Most of the farms here are owned by people who have careers. They hire people during harvest season to harvest the fields. Yes. Now, as I've said, we bought some land on the house that we have in the south. My wife's sisters have been working the land, planting more fruit and vegetables there. My wife just gives them everything. She says, listen, this way, you guys are working. You don't have to go and work on the rubber trees. That's hard work. You don't have to go and bust your ass and do that. If you really want to do it to make a little extra money, okay, fine, do it. But at least you've got money to take care of yourself and your families from the fruit that you bring in, which is several $1,000s a month. Now, they've completely redone everything. It's starting to look really nice, and I'm hoping to go there in about 2 weeks. But we bought a piece of land behind the house, and it's being cleared, and then we're going to put in durian trees, which I talked about before. The thing is I told the wife, I said, listen, you and me are not going to be planting those durian trees. It's not going to happen. I don't want to do that. I don't want to plant durian trees. That's not for me to do. I'm getting old. I don't want to do it. I can help with one or two or a couple, fine. I don't want to put them all in. So what you do, and she knows this, she's the one who taught me about it. You hire somebody, you pay them instead of paying them 50% and they always take care of everything, what you do is you say, I need you to clear the land. That's I pay you 3,000 baht. Then when you plan everything, you say, okay, every month you go and water everything, I'll give you 1,000 baht or 2,000 baht or whatever. So then they go and do that, and you just pay. You pay as you go. And that way, when you tell them to harvest the durian, that might be 1.5 million, 2 million baht. Now, you're going to have to pay people to sell it, but you'll probably pay her sisters. But people to harvest it, okay, she's going to pay, and she's going to have to come up with a price that they think is fair. She pays them. Maybe if it's 2 million baht, she pays them 500,000 baht. She gets 1.5 million, or we get 1.5 million. That money's all ours. We don't have to do anything with it other than maybe put it back into the property. Whatever. There are also a lot of people who own state-of-the-art farm equipment for harvesting. They get contracted by farmers to do tasks that were, yeah, for sure. For sure. So, you know, Thailand is not always so poor. Nowhere near as poor as some people think. All right, listen, before I go any further, as I said, my name, if you don't know who I am, I'm Scott. I'm an American who's been living here in Thailand for 30 years now, coming up on half of my life. And yes, I speak some Thai, okay? I can read Thai, you know, I'm fairly entrenched in the society. But if you like this stream, you like the videos, you like the channel, then give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Look down in the description. There's 4 or 5 ways you can help, you can contribute to the channel. If you need any help, email me at anamericaninbangkok@gmail.com. Let me know what your problem is. We can work something out. You want a consultation. It's not that expensive. But think about something. If you're going to move here or you're coming here and you want to do all kinds of things, you've got limited time, whatever it may be, then why wouldn't you spend a little bit of money? You're going to spend 3 grand, 5 grand, 10 grand to come over here and do everything you want to do, but you ain't going to spend 50 bucks, 100 bucks? Not very smart. And I'm not one of these guys who comes over and I've been here 6 months and I go, oh, hey, you know, you pay me $399, I'll give you my way to move to Thailand. Bullshit, all right? That ain't me. I didn't have anybody teach me. I didn't go online and learn everything online. I didn't do that. I did it all on my own 30 plus years ago. So now we got that straight. Clicking a thumbs up does not cost anything. I'd appreciate it. And you know what? At the very least, watch the stream for a bit. Hopefully you get something out of it. And that's all I got to say. Number 8 on the list. Thailand. The death rate, 25.4 per 100,000. High motorcycle usage, drunk driving, and weak law enforcement. Thailand has the highest number of motorbikes versus automobiles anywhere in the world. And believe me, I think about getting a motorbike all the time. I'm constantly thinking about it. And my wife always goes, you're going to get a motorbike, get a car. And then I think, okay, I should get a car. Well, now, you know, I just added, I want to buy a car outright. I just rather pay cash for it. I don't care if it is secondhand. If it's a good secondhand car, I'd rather buy a secondhand car if it's in good shape than buy a brand new car and have to make payments on it. To me, that's stupid. But I think about buying a motorbike, and the only time that I would get a motorbike is if I live somewhere like Kanom or Sichon or some of these places where there's very little traffic. There's not a lot of people driving around. You're not really going to get yourself into any difficulty unless you're being stupid. And maybe, you know, maybe you're not paying attention. You're just being a dumbass when you drive. If you pay attention in a place like that, out in the village somewhere, you should be fine. But I don't want to drive in Bangkok. Let me tell you something. I ride on the back of a motorcycle sometimes. And every single time I do, with the exception of maybe coming over to the mall, because it's very, very quick. It's like 2 minutes, 3 minutes by motorbike. Anytime I go anywhere else where I go, oh God, you know, it's going to take me an hour and a half to get there. If I take a motorbike, it'll take me an hour. Then I'm like, I get on the back of the bike and I'm like, what am I doing here? The guy's either going too fast or too slow. He's too conservative, or he's not conservative enough. And then I'm like thinking to myself, maybe I need to get a motorcycle and drive myself. And then I think, do I really want to drive in this? Do I want to drive with all these automobiles and everything? I made a video this morning about the park and all the vendors that surround the park and how busy it is. And I mean, if you're riding a motorcycle and you got to ride through there, you'll see. There's so many people, so many cars. It's so chaotic. You don't want to drive a motorcycle through there. You really don't want to. I mean, if you have to, yeah, you can do it, but you know, you just run the risk. You run the risk of having an accident. You know. Hey, Dale. Well, what I would say about that, Jim, is that many people think that Thailand is backwards. They think that people are poor, it's backwards. Oh, do you have a Panasonic TV there? Huh? You know, do you have that laptop there? Can you get a laptop there? You know, you get that kind of thing. And as far as driving, you can get damn near anything that you can get anywhere in the world. I mean, you know, it doesn't matter if it's being imported, it's not being... If you got the money and you want to buy something, you can get it here. Simple as that. All right, let me go on here. Number 7, Burundi. If you know anything about Burundi, man, you don't want to be driving in Burundi. Now, Thailand was 25.4 per 100,000. Burundi is 52.1 per 100,000. That's due to poor road conditions and unregulated transport systems. Uganda, number 6, 53.6 per 100,000. Reckless driving, speeding, and lack of safety education. Crazy. Number 5, Eritrea. The death rate, 54.1 per 100,000. Unsafe driving practices and subpar road infrastructure. Crazy. Hey Joe, how you doing? You're gonna buy a car. We think about it, but because we live here in Bangkok, we don't buy one. Listen, I went out yesterday. I had to go out with Alex. We went to the dentist and we went to the doctor. I said to him, I don't feel like taking a boat and I don't feel like taking a SkyTrain, because on the SkyTrain I'm gonna have to take a motorbike, then walk to the station. Then I'm gonna have to get from the station at the Yellow Line, walk down to the MRT. That's another 10-15 minutes. Then I'm gonna have to take the MRT. There's gonna be a lot of people on it. Then I'm gonna have to go to the exit. Then I'm gonna have to walk from there to the dentist. I'm like, listen, if I just take a Grab or a taxi even, if I take a Grab or a Bolt or InDriver, I go from door to door. They pick me up right in front of my house and they take me right to where I want to go. Very easy. Then we're at the dentist and I say, should we get a Grab? And Alex says, no, let's take the MRT. I said, man, I gotta walk. He says, listen, it's not that far. I said, okay. We take the MRT. Now we have to walk down to the MRT, which is probably a 15-minute walk. Once we get in the MRT, we got to stand around and wait, and we're jam-packed with people because it was during rush hour. I mean, it was rush hour. We get out, and then we had to walk another 15 minutes. And we go to the doctor, and the doctor's not there. The doctor didn't call us. He didn't give us any warning. Just, sorry, had an emergency. He's not here. You're going to have to come back in 2 days. So we went there for nothing to the doctor. So, okay, how are we going to get home? Well, why don't we take the boat? That's what Alex says. I said, the boat? I'm like, Now, we take the MRT one stop. We just walk right around the corner. Boom, there's the boat station. Unfortunately, we get on the boat, and the boat is jam-packed. The boat maybe takes 150 people, and there were like 400 on the boat. I thought we were going to sink for sure. It's one of those things where it's like, nope, you can't fit. And they fit them anyway. So we take the boat. We go to the Mall Bankapi. And then we get to the Mall Bankapi, we come in, I'm like, man, I'm exhausted, but let's get home. We have to walk from the boat station all the way across the street. That's about a 20-minute walk. Get on a motorbike, the motorbike takes us home. So that's what we had to do. Well, Joe, you know that a lot of the people are coming from the Banok. They come from the villages, and they're used to driving the hoe, the backhoe, or whatever. They're used to driving a buffalo, and then they come to Bangkok and they've got to drive a taxi, and they've got to be aware of what's going on, and they can't crash into anybody. It's just not easy for them. So for me, I don't want to drive here. I don't know why I don't want to drive in Bangkok. Yeah, there are more foreigners now than in the past, but still, I would say that is not the reason for the accidents. The accident, I think the reason is that a lot of the Thais, they're just not good drivers. You know. Where did I put this? Let me see here. Okay, number 4, Liberia. Oof. 55.8 deaths per 100,000. Contributing factors: overcrowded vehicles and a lack of traffic enforcement. That's a big deal because you know what? Even in Thailand here, people do whatever they want. It used to be they drove on sidewalks everywhere. Now there are poles in the ground. There are signs that say, you know, don't drive here. There are all kinds of things. But the traffic enforcement here in Thailand is not very good. Number 3, Malawi. 57.1 per 100,000. Limited road safety measures and poorly maintained vehicles. Another thing here, or down in Phuket, is that there's a lot of windy roads and they're dangerous. And people that don't really know how to drive those roads, they don't have a lot of experience, they just go, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, I can do it. And the next thing you know, they skid out, boom, they go over the side of the mountain. Number 2, Zimbabwe. 63.5 per 100,000. The contributing factors are inadequate road infrastructure and unregulated public transport. You know it's going to get regulated soon. Number 1, Dominican Republic. 67.2 deaths per 100,000. The contributing factors are poor enforcement of traffic laws, drunk driving, and chaotic traffic conditions. Now, let me see something here, because there is a difference. Oh man, let me see here. Because Cambodia, Vietnam, Myanmar, they're all bad. Cambodia, 19.6 per 100,000. In Vietnam, in 2015, it was 24.0 per 100,000. By 2021, this rate declined to 17.7 people per 100,000, including a significant improvement in road safety over the years. Let's see here. Thank you oh God. Thank you very much, Joe. Appreciate it. Leave Joe a thumbs up there. Appreciate it very much. Well, I would say people who aren't very smart buy the pieces of shit. Cambodia and Vietnam, not in the top 10. The road traffic death rate in Myanmar rose from 15.1 per 100,000 in 2013 to 20.3 per 100,000 in 2016. Let's see here. In 2019, it's 20.94 per 100,000. Let's see if we can. The song makes me sleepy. Let me see here. Is this, oh no, I was going to say, is this the Don Key? No, it's not. I need more water. They give me this little tiny glass of water. Not enough. Oh my God, I guess I have to go back to America because I said something bad. I didn't get enough water. Oh my God, I have to go back to America. There, they'll make sure to give me some dirty ass water. Vietnam can be bad in like Ho Chi Minh. However, in Cambodia, it's freaking awful, man. I mean, it really is bad. Oh my God. Oh my Buddha. Oh. This is what happens when you wake up at 4:30 in the morning. By 3 o'clock, I'll be like, oh man, I'm tired. I need a nap. I took a little nap yesterday. I woke up and I went, what day is it? What time is it? Where's the wife? I was like, how come she's not home? Where are my kids? I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was the next day, but it was really that night. Anyway, let me go on. The phrase that I used in Cambodia when I first went there in Phnom Penh is organized chaos. Let me see here. Oh my God. Maybe I need to get some more water. Nong kap. Kon nam pao. Thank you. Whew. All right, let me get back to this here. What happened to I don't know what I did here. Yeah, but you know, you want to talk about organized chaos in Thailand. You're talking about there's a few areas like down by Siloam, down by Victory Monument, Ratchata Wisong. Is that what it is? Ratchata Wisong. Those are the places that are chaos. Go to Central World during Songkran. Crazy. Let me see here. Alrighty. Now, number one was Dominican Republic. Poor enforcement of traffic laws, drunk driving, and chaotic traffic conditions. I understand where that could be concerning, and they need to take care of it. I mean, you know, that's the bottom line. All these places, they need to do something. The United States has a road traffic death rate of approximately 13 per 100,000 as of 2019. Oh. In 2019, Australia reported a road traffic death rate of 4.7 per 100,000 inhabitants. By 2022, this rate slightly decreased to 4.54 per 100,000 population. That's pretty good. The UK has one of the lowest road traffic death rates globally, with approximately 2.9 deaths per 100,000 population. These statistics indicate that the United Kingdom has a notably lower road traffic death rate compared to the United States and Australia, highlighting the effectiveness of its road safety policies and infrastructure. So, Westerners are better drivers. Simple as that. Now let me see this here. Some of the reasons, some of the factors. Motorcycles dominate the roads here in Thailand. They account for nearly 75% of registered vehicles, and they are disproportionately involved in accidents. Many riders and drivers ignore traffic rules such as running red lights or overtaking in unsafe conditions. I can tell you, when you come out of the mall, if you come out in a taxi, in order to get to my house, you have to come out and make a U-turn and come back and either go through Lotus, there's a little shortcut, or just continue to Nawamin Road, take a left and just follow it, and then you get to my house. But what a lot of them want to do is they just want to turn right. They don't want to take a U-turn and go all that way. They just want to take a right and go. But the problem is they have to take a right and the cars are taking a right. So they have a green light. These people have a green light. Now, the green light here, they're turning right. The people that want to turn into the lane going straight to my house, they're turning right. They don't have the right of way. And it's illegal to take a right onto that street. You have to make a U-turn. And yet all the time, there's old drivers going, can I go to the right? I'm like, up to you, man. Do what you want, but don't get me killed. Because that's kind of what they do. Many riders and drivers ignore traffic rules such as running red lights or overtaking in unsafe conditions. Number 2, poor road safety culture. Speed limits are often ignored. Tailgating is common. I notice with tailgating, it is so common and it's such a bunch of bullshit. Because if you're going let's say you're going 60 miles per hour, you're supposed to be 6 car lengths back. Even I remember that. And I haven't driven full time in years. So you're supposed to be 6 car lengths back. Instead, you're like 3 feet behind. Well, no wonder if they slam their brakes, that's it. Whiplash. Sorry. Drunk driving. Alcohol-related incidents are a major cause of accidents, particularly during holidays and festivals like Songkran and New Year's. That's true. Lax helmet and seatbelt usage. Despite laws, enforcement is weak and many people ride motorcycles without helmets or drive without seatbelts. Listen, how many times have you seen me without a helmet on? First of all, that really scares me not to have a helmet on. Really does scare me. I don't want to wear a helmet. My wife, sometimes she wears one, sometimes she doesn't. I'm like, no, you need to wear it all the time. And she's like, do you wear it all the time? But they could be going right, and you want fish, and maybe that fish is gonna, it's a lot. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm saying. Sleepy. Woke up too early. Fish and seatbelts. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Maybe I should just go from the script. Inconsistent law enforcement. Corruption and lack of accountability means traffic violations are often overlooked. Police checkpoints often focus more on revenue collection than safety enforcement. What I do know is that if you're driving down the street and you don't have a helmet on, sometimes it's the police will go, okay, 500 baht. Sometimes you can go right down to the office and pay the 500 baht. Not very often, but sometimes. Sometimes you just give them the money. Now, why would you do this? Especially if you're not guilty. Poor road structure. Uneven road surfaces, potholes, and lack of clear lane markings can lead to accidents, especially for motorcyclists. And think about it, how many miles are left from this? How many miles can we... Oh my God, I'm falling asleep. I can't believe how tired I am. I just went out for about 2 hours walking around, doing everything I had to do. I've had 2 coffees. How many coffees? 1, 2, 3 coffees. And I'm falling asleep. Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know if they do that here. I think they do. But I know they do it in the States. In the States, you just get a ticket. Oh, what the hell's this? Oh, it's a ticket. You got a ticket, buddy. Unbelievable. What's really unbelievable is how I'm falling asleep. Maybe I should get another coffee. Jesus Christ. I got money in here. Boy, Jesus Christ, man. Let me get espresso on the rock because I'm too tired, man. I don't know why I'm falling asleep. I thought I was okay. I feel strong. But really, I hear myself talking, and then the next thing I know, I wander off. I'm saying something I don't have any idea what I'm saying. So I apologize for that, but that's what happens. Oh my God, I've been up since 4:30, 4 o'clock really. So what time is it now? It's about 10 o'clock. Yeah, I've been up for 6 hours already. Deep Purple, I like Deep Purple. I love Deep Purple. Hang on, oh God. Espresso on the rock. Go. Thank you. Oh, God. Well, I got myself an espresso on the rocks. If that doesn't help, nothing's going to help. I don't know if anything will help anyway. You know, I've been saving my 5 baht coins and 10 baht coins and 1 baht coins. I've been saving them up for years. And every time I get to about 200 baht, I always spend it. I never save them. So now, I'm like at 600-700 baht, something like that. I'm like, I'm so proud of myself. Can't believe I've saved that much up in little coins. Now this should be kind of strong here. Up, come on, up. Meow, meow, meow. Give me a straw. I don't want a straw. Oh, they gave me the ice cube, but oh, they didn't make a perfect, it's not a perfect ball, ice ball, which I have at my house now. I still need to buy the supposedly what is the best ice ball maker. It's not very cold. You know, I can tell. I get these baristas that they've been working here for 4 or 5, 10 years. Or they're a manager, they've been working for the company for 15 years. And then I get somebody who's been here for like 3 months, and you can tell the difference. But whatever. I don't want to bitch. All right, let me get back to this here. See if I can keep myself awake. Now, with the poor road infrastructure, there is also poor sidewalk infrastructure. And you know, when I saw Jono day before yesterday, and we were talking about, he said, you know, they drained my knee. When they drained my knee, blah, blah, blah. I said, that's the one you hurt when you were walking. Yeah. I said, well, you know, they had to drain his knee of all the fluid because he was walking along on a sidewalk, just da-da-da-da-da, wasn't paying attention, and the sidewalks are shit. Just about everywhere, they are shit. And he tripped, wrenched his knee, and now he's got knee problems because of it. You know, because things don't heal as quickly as possible, as quickly as they should when you're older. Limited pedestrian crossings and poorly designed intersections increase the risk for pedestrians and cyclists. Yeah, that's true. You know, they have these intersections and they have these crosswalks. You go across, you start walking, and the cars just keep going. They don't care. Now, if you know Sukhumvit and you know Nana, where Soi 4, Nana, runs into Soi Sam, which is Soi 3, and then Sukhumvit goes like this. Sukhumvit's going straight. Nana and Soi 3 run this way. Now, if you're on this side, which is Soi 3, this is the side with Nana Plaza, you're walking. When you walk, the cars will turn. Sometimes they won't stop. They just keep going. They don't care. And they have a red light. They're not supposed to go. But guess what? If you got hit, people would say, if you weren't here, this wouldn't have happened. It was your fault. It wasn't their fault. That's what would probably happen. Weather and environmental factors. Heavy rains create slippery roads and flooding, reducing visibility and traction. I would not want to drive in Phuket, and I've lived there and I have driven there, and I don't like it, especially if it's raining. And when it rains there, it rains something fierce. The roads are poorly lit in Thailand in many places, and it increased the risk, particularly in rural areas, such as Jim's kind of an area. Public transportation is overcrowded. Overcrowded vans, buses, and trucks are common. Yes, they are. And that is why what I've done in minivans, I go to a minivan. I've done this before several times. I go up to the place, I say, you have 2 seats? Yes. Okay, I want 2 tickets. We're sitting next to each other? Yes. Or, you know, you gotta, whatever, it's first come, first serve. You buy 2 seats. Even 3 seats. I bought 3 seats in Myanmar once, 2 seats a couple of other times. And they tried putting people in there. I go, no. This is my seat. I paid money. Sorry. You sit in the back. And they're all squished together, and I'm like laying there. Hey, man, I'm sorry, but if you pay the money and you get to stretch out, ain't nothing they can do about it. You paid the money for multiple seats. And I think you should do that if you have the money, if it's not too expensive. You're paying 179 baht, paid for 2 seats. Drivers of public transportation vehicles are sometimes overworked and fatigued, increasing the likelihood of accidents. They also, some of them are on Yaba, some of them are on Red Bull. They drank 5 bottles of Red Bull to keep themselves up. They're like going like this. Crazy. Cultural attitudes. A perception of fatalism among some Thais may lead to a more relaxed attitude towards safety, with the belief that accidents are just part of life. I don't want my motorcycle driver feeling that way. Some drivers rely on amulets or spiritual protection, which may reduce their sense of responsibility to follow safety precautions. I don't believe in any of that religious shit. I'm sorry. I understand if you want to believe it. Hey, on you, man. That's fine. You can believe in it. But I don't believe in it. To me, it makes no sense. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in any of this stuff. And, my wife starts talking about something. Sometimes I just go, yeah, okay. I don't entertain her. Holidays and festivals. During major holidays, like Songkran and New Year's, the number of road fatalities skyrockets due to drunk driving, increased travel, and lax enforcement. And then some people go, one P-Mai go, Bye, where did you go for New Year's? And I'm like, I didn't go anywhere. Why do I want to go somewhere? You think I want to be out on the roads? At 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be out on the roads with all these drunk people? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be out with drunk people. I don't want to be riding around. I don't want to have to get home at 3 o'clock in the morning. And that's, I've just come to that conclusion. I mean, yesterday, a couple days ago when I was out, it's very difficult if you come back a little bit late to get back home by a taxi or whatever. You have to call a Grab, and you have to hope you're somewhere where it's easy for them to find you. So to me, it's like, what do I need to go out for? If I want to get drunk, I'll just sit at home with the wife and kids. Kids will have some wine. Wife will have some wine or some tequila. I'll have some wine or tequila. I have a good time. I don't need to go out. What am I going to go out for? I want to see some skank in a bar? No. I don't want to see some fat chick covered up with tattoos going, how come you no smile, handsome man? I just don't want to deal with that. Okay, so ways to address the problem, supposed ways. Stricter law enforcement. Oh, yes. Crackdowns on drunk driving, speeding, and helmet usage. Now, what I would say is sometimes they do go after people who are not wearing their helmets. Sometimes they do have checkpoints, and some of these things pay off. But I say, for the most part, it's for show. Better public awareness campaigns, focusing on safety culture. I haven't really seen this. Not at all. Infrastructure improvements, upgrading roads, adding pedestrian crossings, and better lighting. Very seldom do I see any of these things being implemented. Public transportation reform, safer and more regulated options for commuters. Yesterday I rode the boat. The boat's supposed to hold, I think it's 160 people. And there was like 400 people on the boat. I'm like, is this boat going to sink? Alex is like, I hope not. It might. We got too many people on here. And I'm just shaking my head going, holy shit, man. I hope we don't die. I hope we don't sink. So as far as I mean, listen, 2 things have happened on the yellow line where, there could have been major problems, and it took them quite some time to fix one of the problems. So am I completely confident of all the public transportation? No, not really. I'm not. But it beats the alternative, like, hoofing it all the time, or going and buying a car and having to drive in Bangkok. I don't want to do that. Oh, look, there's the bald-headed Farang. I'm going to drive into his car so that I can blame him and then get money from him. I know somebody that happened to. Let's see here. While some progress has been made, I think a little bit, a combination of cultural, regulatory, and infrastructural changes will be required to significantly reduce road fatalities in Thailand. Crazy. Let me just see this here. Yeah, I gave you that. Myanmar is fairly low. Maybe because in Myanmar, not that many people drive. Really. %80 of motorbike riders here wear no helmet, but they wear masks. I mean, why don't you wear a mask and a helmet if you're going to do that? Why just wear a mask? Oh, I'm going to protect my lungs and I'm going to protect my nose, but I'm not going to protect my head. It's so stupid. Interpop is a war zone during Songkran. Quite often the police have checkpoints. Yeah, I mean, I've been to a lot of places for Songkran, and to be honest, last year I went out and I was at Central World with the kids and with Bo, and then one day I was by myself, and then one day I was with Bo down by Khao San Road, and it was pretty crazy, but I didn't go to some of the places that got really crazy. It's like in Phuket, it gets absolutely insane. So I didn't go there. I didn't go down like by Sukhumvit, by Nana or something like that. It gets insane in some of these places. How is the sound? That's what I'm curious about. How is the sound now? You should not notice a difference in the video quality, but in the sound, with the sound, there may be a little bit of an upgrade. And I've been trying to figure out how to stream with my new camera, but I haven't been able to figure it out. Every time I get to the point where you have to, you hit stream and everything starts going off, then instead of it starting to work, it says to me, failure. So I haven't been able to figure it out, but I do plan on trying and contacting people and, trying to get to that point so that I can use that camera instead of my phone. I'd like to be able to do that. I'd like to be able to figure it out. It sounds like you're ignoring my comments. Dude, quite frankly, I don't have to read all the comments, okay? I'm not ignoring you. I saw that you sent a message and I just happened to look at other messages. Don't be so sensitive. And quite frankly, as I said, I don't have to read your message. And maybe if you ever contributed any money, I'd be more apt to read the messages. And you know what? I don't even care about that. But that's how some guys do it. They only read the messages from people who give them a contribution. That's not what I'm saying. But you haven't ever, what have you done for me lately? What have you ever done for me? It's always take. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Well, that last comment woke me up. Dude, I don't think they have any contempt for people who walk. I think the city, for the most part, is set up for people who drive. Not set up for people to walk everywhere. You're a strange dude, Darth son. Really. You are a strange dude. I have not got you figured out yet. Yeah, I'm awake. Let me see something here. Peyton Talbot. Oh, Zachary Reese got beat. Canceled. Okay. All right. It's funny, Darth. I comment on your comment and then you don't comment back. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings, but, you know, like, give it a break, man. I don't have to read your message. If I don't read somebody's message, it doesn't mean I'm trying to ignore them. If I wanted to ignore you, you would know it. Jesus Christ. No groceries today at the grocery store. No errands. I'm just going home right away to watch UFC. In Phuket and Pattaya, they have no clue to the true purpose of Songkran. Their goal is to splash all the hotties. Well, I don't know that that's true, Jim, but, you know, listen. I got a message the other day about when I was bitching and moaning about something. What was it? Let me see here. Let me see if I can find this real quick. I remember the guy's name. It was like Tum Yum or something. He's been on the channel before many times. Here it is. Why is Pattaya the end of the line for so many expats? And you know what? Too many people in Pattaya end up doing a header or finishing themselves or whatever you want to call it without me actually saying the word. Too many people do that. Now there is a reason, and there are reasons why they do that. And he said, Pattaya, yes, a sad end of the line. All the lovely company you can afford. Well, wait a minute. Not everybody wants to be able to afford the company. They may be able to afford the company, but maybe they just want some chick who actually likes them for them and doesn't ask for money. I mean, come on. Beach views, the beach there is shit. I hate to tell you this. The beach in Pattaya, most of it is dog shit compared to many of the other beaches in Thailand. It's dog shit. Go in the water. I'm not going in that water, but you go ahead. Any kind of food you like, horrible end of the line. Okay, the food there is good, I admit it, and it's reasonably priced. Okay, but let me tell you something. I like Hungry Hippo for breakfast, but I don't want to go there every day. It's not my favorite place where I got to go, oh my God, I've got to go there every day. The food is so great. The food is good, and the price is right. That doesn't mean I want to go there every day. Just like I don't want to eat Thai food every day. Everybody gets all bent out of shape when I say I don't want to eat Thai food every frickin' day. Who does? Thais don't want to eat Thai food every day. That's why Thais have Pizza Hut, KFC, Fuji, Vietnamese food. They go to Vietnamese restaurants. They go to all kinds of restaurants. That's why they don't want to eat Thai food every minute of every day. I really think it's hilarious that Darth's son doesn't respond when I respond to his message. You're bitching and moaning about how I don't respond, and then you don't even respond to me. You're a strange dude, like I said. That's how I think. And you know what? That's the way it goes, buddy. Anyway, yes, I'm awake now. Espresso has woken me up. That comment woke me up. I'm a little butthurt from what you said. Well, you know what? Get over it. Get over it. You know, you come on talking about all the stuff that's going on where you are. Nobody gives a shit. To be honest. Yeah, okay, we give a shit in passing. We give a shit because, oh, you're in Saigon. Oh, that's nice. Oh, wow, what are you doing there? Oh, well, I work here. Oh, okay, cool. That's it. Whatever happened with your back? What's going on with your back? Your butt hurt. What about back hurt? You know, just asking. You don't know if you're going to go home. We don't know what you're going to do. All that is, oh my God, oh my God. Now, what's happening with it? What are you doing? How, does your back not hurt now? Did you get on some strong pain pills or what? Ugh. Anyway, enough said. I also have been in Thailand many times. Back is the same, but like you said, I got to go home in February. Already booked a flight. Well, that's what we're asking you about. I wasn't the only one. You were the one who made a big deal about your back, and I was like, what are you going to do? So now I know. Okay, you're going to go back home. Exactly. What happened? You completely changed the subject. Well, I already talked about the roads, but we talked about the U.S., 13 per 100,000. Australia has a very low 4.7 per 100,000. And the UK, I don't know if it's per the way they get around or whatever it is, their transportation system, I don't know, but it's only 2.9 per 100,000. So that's interesting. My buddy, who used to live in Cambodia, he went home to live in Seattle, Washington. Now he's back in Cambodia. I'm not sure what he's going to do. If he's going to stay there for long, I don't know. But he did tell me, let me see something here. He did tell me, oh, look at this. Starting July 1st, 2024, all travelers entering Cambodia must complete an electronic arrival card, CEA. It is a mandatory the CEA is a mandatory e-immigration system that replaces paper forms for immigration, health, and customs declarations. So in order to get in, you need to fill those papers out. And he even said that he has a visa there and he wanted to go back so he could extend his visa. And they said, you can't come in unless you show an onward ticket. He had to buy a one-way ticket from Cambodia to Bangkok. Said he cost him 5,000 baht. One-way ticket. In order for them to allow him into the country, he had to have that onward ticket, which is strange. So Cambodia is cracking down, okay? And that's been happening for a while. And I said it before. All these places that have great immigration policies, slowly but surely, they morph into a more strict policies. And if they don't need as many tourists, then they don't give as enticing entry requirements. Darth, you really don't know much about Thailand, do you? They don't get flooded? The roads get flooded all the time in Thailand, pal. All the time. Even in the south where I live, where my wife's house is and where we go down sometimes, where we live sometimes part-time, like, you know, for a couple of weeks or a week. It usually does not get flooding because we're a little bit higher up. However, she was telling me the other day, wow, we're getting flooding there now. Or maybe a month ago. But the whole region is flooded. Bangkok gets flooded. I don't know if Nana is the same way that it used to be, but it used to be that if it rained really heavy, the rain would be up to your knees at Nana. Highway infrastructure here has made exponential jumps in quality. Yes. I'm going to test that policy by taking a bus from Saigon to Phnom Penh for Tet. Go ahead. Do it. I'm telling you right now, if you look online, it tells you. You need a CEA. What are the entry requirements for Cambodia in 2024? On September 1st, 2024, Cambodia implemented an electronic arrival card. If you are entering Cambodia by air, at either Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, or Sihanoukville International Airports, you must complete and submit an electronic e-arrival card within 7 days prior to your arrival. Let's see here. I don't know that you do need one if you're traveling overlands. Flight in, but overlands to Thailand on return. No, I don't want to know about this. I don't need to know that. The bus company who have multiple buses told me that I only need my e-visa. I think I had to do that arrival registration when I went to Malaysia. Thais were not required. I don't know about Malaysia. In Malaysia, U.S. citizens generally need a passport, a return ticket, and a completed Malaysia digital arrival card. What is it with all these places now where they all need these digital things to be entered digitally before entering the country? I think they're trying to be able to filter out people who really should not be coming to the country. Propellerhead, how you doing? Anyway. So, you got a little bit of information about the roads here and the roads around the world, how many people die. And I think it's important to keep that in mind. Especially if you're not a good driver or you're somewhere like Phuket where you go around the bend sometimes and you're going a little bit too fast, and that's all she wrote. Good morning. That's what I would say. If you're not a seasoned driver, don't drive. You don't really need to. Find another way. I have absolutely no problem going anywhere I want here, and 99% of the time, good morning. 99% of the time, the way that I look at it is I've got my own driver. If I want, I can go out in front of the mall. I can call a Grab if I want. I call a Grab. He says, where do you want to go? I can say, I want to go to Timbuktu. You got the money? Yes. All right, no problem. He'll take me there. And I just kick my feet back, take my shoes off, relax, put my headphones on, boom, I'm there. Well, I would say if you're a pedestrian, you better look where you go. You better check, double check, triple check. That's what I do. I mean, I do it. And, you know, sometimes I walk across the street and I just put my hand out like this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because then they slow down. It's kind of like, Florin, you know, Thank you so much. Dude, I'm calling bullshit again. I don't think you've really ever been here for very long, if at all. You think there's nobody who goes faster than 30 miles an hour here? Are you crazy? Really? Seriously? I think you have your head up your ass. If you believe that, you got your head up your ass. Sorry. I don't want you butthurt or anything, but like, that's ridiculous. You're the only sober one. Bet that feels good. I hate being sober around a bunch of drunk people. Because then I gotta, oh yeah, it's okay. Yes, it's okay. Oh, I understand. No. Oh, me love you too, you know. I hate that. I want to be the drunk one around sober people. Dude, you are so full of shit. I could go outside, get in a fucking car, and they would be going faster than 30 miles an hour. It's ridiculous, man, really. And I'm in a taxi almost every single day. And I'll tell you that my taxis that I go on they go 50, 60 miles an hour all the time. So, I'm sorry, but I call bullshit. Anyway, I think that's all I have today. I think we're about done. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it, as always. I appreciate, yeah, I mean, it's fucking bullshit. I don't know what kind of shit he's talking. He's just trying to mess up the stream or something. I don't know. Because that's bullshit. Sorry. You are so full of shit. They go faster than 30 miles an hour in my village. Anyway, enough said. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody coming in, contributing to the conversation, even you, Darth Son. And I guess, I don't know that I'll be streaming. What's today, Sunday? I have things to do, not tomorrow, but I don't want to stream tomorrow. I have something to do on Tuesday. I have something, I'm going to joke one table this week, which is now joke 5 tables. Thank you very much. Don't forget to slap the like button like the Polish guy slapped that poor girl's ass. Unbelievable. Thank you very much, Dale. Appreciate it. How come I cannot hit that button? What's going on here? Why doesn't it work? I don't know. It's all locked up now. Let me see here. Anyway, thank you again, as I was going to say. I appreciate it from everybody. There we go. It shows up now. Give everybody a thumbs up and a like that contributed. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, what else do I got to say? Oh, yeah. Thursday, I'm going, I think it's Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to Joke One Table, which is also known as Joke Five Tables now because they have 5 tables instead of 1. But it's a crab restaurant, so you go there and the owner makes crab for you. Whatever he wants, he makes you. So, you know, it's 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 baht, whatever. It's a Michelin-starred restaurant, and I'm going to be there. Hopefully I'll be able to film everything and do everything I want to do. That'll be nice. And I'm looking forward to it. So I got that coming up. My trip to Surat, my trip to Tibet, my trip to Japan, my trip, I don't know where, but I got all kinds of stuff coming up, and so I'm happy about that. You know, good things come to those who wait. If anyone decides to come to Phnom Penh, hope you have a good time there too. My buddy is in Phnom Penh right now, and I'm sure he's having a good time. Anyway, like I said, thank you. I will see you again soon. I'm not sure when I'll be streaming again. Friday is Alex's surgery. Saturday I won't be streaming because we got to deal with him, I think. So, I don't know when, but anyway. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Smash the like, subscribe. Check it all out down below, down in the description. And I will talk to you later. Chok di leo jerken mai, which is good luck and see you later. Alrighty? Arrivederci. Au revoir. See you.